Okay, I'm here at Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I had a few minutes here, so I thought I'd take my bowling balls out and talk about them a little bit. I'd like to introduce to the far left here the Hammer Effect, one of the newer balls that have come out. The Low Flare Scorpion is another fine ball. There's the Hall of Famer, the Purple Hammer. This year's addition to the Black Widow in the middle there, which has become my favorite ball lately, is the 3.0. At least not forget the blue, not urethane hammer ball. That was talking about replacing that last year, but they've since come with the black urethane 78, which I haven't got that because I'm not a professional bowler. I don't need that. I can still use the purple when I feel like it. To the right there of the urethane, the blue one is the Extreme Envy. It's a really nice ball. And there's to the far right, on the end, the orange one colored one there is the Envy. And every one of those balls are just absolutely wonderful. Moving back over here on the bottom selection there is an Absolute Power. It's a Storm ball, which I don't have a lot of them, but I really like that ball. I've scored some pretty good games with that. It seems to fit a niche sometimes when the others don't. The Pitch Black. Now, Pitch Black is really a fine ball, and at times it's my favorite. Sometimes I can do really well with the Pitch Black when everything else kind of goes to, I don't know, starts hiding from me. I can always go to the Pitch Black and come up with a decent game. Now right here, this black ball right here, it's got Nessie written on it. Nessie is approximately 60 to 65 years old, and she's a Manhattan rubber ball. And Nessie is a Goodwill ball, and she comes from the Goodwill. And I use her half the time because Nessie is my spare ball. To the right is Earl Anthony. Earl Anthony's name is Pat, and Pat was a gift to me from a friend of mine that has a pro shop and that drills all the balls for me. And it's a 16 pounder, and I'm still trying to figure out how Earl Anthony threw that ball so well. To the right over here is a Columbia 300. Also, it is a ball that come from the 1970s, a U2 ball, and I bought it from the Goodwill also. And I like to just kind of chunk it out there every now and then and see what happens. Right to the next though is Old Joe. I wrote a little ballad about Old Joe. Old Joe was cast away some years ago, probably around 1970, or somewhere along, but still shining pretty good. And just like the others, I play around with it every now and then. Nessie I don't just throw for fun. I throw Nessie with some competition, and it is a true rolling old ball. I don't know, maybe it's just the way I've grown accustomed to it. Pitch Black and Nessie, some come out together sometime. Nessie has a relationship with all these balls because every spare shot I take is with Nessie. I used to, would try to shoot my spares with a strike ball. Then after listening to all the YouTube people commentary on it, I'm better off to use that. I had a plastic ball and it broke. It chipped up and fell apart. But I don't think... Well, I was rudely interrupted once again by the old overheating phone message. As I was talking about Nessie being my spare ball and having to give up on the other just because of all the information that I obtained from the YouTube, and the people saying, it's best to go, the percentage rates will go up on spare shooting if you will just use a straight shot. And I've been doing that for, the last few months anyway, since I bought Nessie. Plus, I like the name, Nessie. I know it's kind of goofy, Nessie. Well, I had all the balls out on the tailgate of the truck here, kind of slow day here at work, and after yesterday being hectic, and I needed to clean them up I hadn't cleaned them up here in the last few games, and they were needing to be sorted out and clean out the bags and arrange the balls as to how I want to take them out and use them and things like that. Had that one bag that I bought was a 2-holder, and it's called a Storm bag, and that's the one that put the pitch black in and the absolute power, and then organize the other ones with the hammer balls in the pecking order that I like to use them, which is the Black Widow, then the low flare Scorpion, and with Nessie in the number 1 bag, and then the other bag I got the Extreme Envy, the Effect, and my mind went blank. Purple Hammer. That's right. Purple Hammer's over there in that bag, and then I have another bag that's got the Envy, the blue, and then another black spare ball. So it's kind of depending on how I feel, whether I want to take all these bags in there and try to mess with 13 different bowling balls, which is not really necessary. A couple of bags is enough, and really should be able to just go in there and take one bag and go from there with it, instead of experimenting around. Maybe if I wouldn't change around so much, then I would have a little better score. But I get a little bored when I bowl, 10 games, and I kind of like to see what I can do with the other ones, and have a little competition here and there, and see which ones that I seem to do better with, like that. Anyway, it's all for fun anyway. For me, I'm not a professional bowler. I'm just an old boy trying to have a good time and get some good exercise in, and apparently spend money on bowling balls. But it's been interesting last year. I've concluded my rookie year as a 70-year-old rookie bowler, and now I'm a 70-year-old sophomore bowler. I guess thereabout. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to stay around here for a little while longer, and then I'm going to go, and I think I'm going to try to see if I can't bowl 300. What do you think? Is it today, the 300?